Yeah.
All right. Have we got sound? Are we good, Douglas?
Yep.
All right. We'll start that again. What would it be without a little gremlin in the mix here, friends? All right. Can we hear me?
All right.
All right. I think, yep, we got you now. Good job. You'd expect nothing less than this girl in pink, right? Well, welcome, everybody. I am so excited. Thank you. Oh, my gosh, that chat's moving fast. So if you see me look over, it's because I've got a really big screen right here that I get to catch some of your comments. So not sure. Yeah, I can't finish off without a small tech glitch. You're right. You're right. And friends, this happens. This is the world of a studio. And sometimes it happens. If your volume's low, just check on your screen and slide the bar up. That might help. And if you don't see anything, then just go back out and come back in. So anyways, we are thrilled. I am thrilled to be here with you. I am thrilled so much of my team is here. I've got Jen here with me. I've got, oh, that was going to be a surprise. Yep. Don't tell Catherine anything. Don't tell me anything because I can't keep anything. So we are here to walk through 20 years, friends, okay? And I am so excited. 20 years, it's a long time. And friends, I didn't think we'd make 1 year. So the fact we're doing 20, we've done 20 is kind of, it blows my mind a little bit. And this is a celebration. And I know it's a bittersweet night. I know that. And I know lots of you have said they, I feel a little bit like crying. I'm going to miss the magazine. Becky, so am I. I am. And in my heart of heart, it is so bittersweet. But we knew, about a year ago, this was where we were coming to. And it's okay. It's okay because we are not leaving. And let me just say right up front, we had our best year with the magazine. This change is not because our company is in trouble. It is nothing like that. This change comes, it's time to evolve. People are digesting media differently, and there's ways we can reach differently and further and wider. And the cost, let's just speak about the elephant in the room, the cost of print, production, paper, and distribution has just been really difficult on magazines. And let me just say a shout out to all magazines. If there is one you love, make sure that you go and buy it. Go to the newsstands, go buy it. Go to subscribe to it. It's a tough business, but we have been so fortunate, so fortunate from the beginning. And it was a rocky start, friends. It was a rocky start. It was a matter of, magazines, 70% of magazines fail in their first year. And that was a stat I found out after I started this process. I might have been better if I did a little more work, a little more due diligence on starting a magazine. But here's the beauty, I didn't. And I just had a vision. And I had a vision. I wanted something to help retailers. I wanted something that brought people into a store where I was so incredibly passionate about my local store, and I just wanted people to find their local store. So we gave them retailers a magazine that they could bring in and you could come into their store to get. And I have stores that have been with us from the beginning, Paper Crafters Workshop and 2 Scrapbook Friends, and right till the end you have been with us, and nothing could make my heart happier. When I started the magazine, I did a road trip and I went to about 40 scrapbook stores in Ontario. Okay, do you remember the time? There was a time there were 6,000 scrapbook stores in North America. And now, has that substantially changed in 20 years? It has. But how we shop has changed, right? But so many stores have hung in there, and they are so much a heart of our business. And this is where community started. How many walked into their local store and was just absolutely smitten with all that patterned paper, a wall of Mrs. Grossman stickers or Sandy Lyon stickers? Come on, how amazing were those early days? But we've evolved, and it's so exciting to see all the way that we have reached people. And, in that first part, 6.5 million downloads. I mean, I think it's over that. And that is so exciting. And I remember the day the first issue launched, we launched it for free online. And friends, we are going to leave all 76 issues online that you can still download. And so if you don't have issue 3 or you don't have issue 1, well, guess what? You can still download that. We will keep all of that online. But it's time to evolve. And I'm so excited that through so many other things that we're doing, our events, that started way back in 2011, they evolved through COVID. And then, of course, Let's Stamp Together, Let's Create Together, SCT delivered kits. Even you might find a sampler coming back, I mean, I'm so excited. There's so much still left for us to do here. And so tonight, it's bittersweet. Yes, it is bittersweet. But it's a walk through the final issue, but it's more than anything a celebration. So let's celebrate 20 years. And if you've been with us from the very beginning, thank you so much for all that love and the support. And when I kind of show you the first issue, you'll see why I'm thanking you for your love and support, because like anything else, you have to start somewhere. And we thought we knew, and we evolved and we got better. And so many of you took that journey with us. And if you found us in year 4 or year 10 or year 15, it doesn't matter when you found us. So happy that you are here with us. So this is amazing. As I'm looking through this chat, literally, it just is bringing such tears to my eyes, because so many of you I've known for years and years and years. I see lots of my team here, my art directors here, my editors here, Susan, and I see Vicki, and of course Megan's here, and some new friends, Kelly Sell now, one of the kindest humans, Melissa Baskin, we just met, and Tina Fetterman. Like, honestly, it's a who's who for me, and every single person I meet along the way just warms my heart. So here's what's coming up tonight. We're going to flip through the issue, and I'm excited to do that. I didn't keep a lot of artwork, because I knew we had a big night tonight and I wanted to get to a lot of things, but I did keep a few pieces. And then we're going to share some special memories through these past 20 years. We're going to hear from a few guests. I've got some fun prizes to give away that are going to be kind of random, so it's going to be fun. And then we're going to talk about kind of what's next. Okay, friends? So with that, oh, Justin, you're here. That's so sweet. Honestly, I could play Romper Room all day if you had Romper Room, and you know what that is, where they just kind of called out everybody and said, I see, so it's amazing. And a big thank you to Douglas behind the camera, who's working all this out. And I'm excited that we're bringing guests in, you guys. And I've got some fun questions for them. So I hope you'll stay right to the end. We're probably 90 minutes. And I know the Blue Jays are playing, and I know that. And it's a pivotal game. I know that. So if you kind of have me on one screen and the Jays on the other, that's okay. That's okay. And if you have to leave me for a second to cheer on our Jays, I get that. So I was cheering them on right before I came live. So super, super excited. Yes, Maureen Judge. 20 years. We've gone back a long way. So this is really exciting. So let's get into this issue. We're going to go down to to the other camera so I can show you, and then we'll adjust if we need to. Oh, there we go. That's actually perfect. Well done, Douglas. So I kind of wanted to do a little side by side. And Kathy Z, don't cringe because of the old fonts, okay? Don't do that. So I remember creating this layout. I created this layout for the cover, and that is a picture of myself and my daughter holding her little bitty baby. So cute. And I still had this in my living room for about 10 years after this. This was actually shot in my living room. So this was amazing. And just to do a little look through, the only spelling error I think I have ever found in an issue was the very first line. When I was young, like so many little girls. So I don't think we've had one since. But I remember getting this issue and reading it and going, oh my goodness, of course, after it was in print. But, it just evolved into something amazing. This was I remember this layout, friends. I remember this layout, and this was amazing. This was about a woman's, it was from Cindy Tulipano, and it was her mother and her father. And it was a picture taken months apart. And of course, her parents didn't know each other then. So it was months apart and exact same location. And I love sometimes learning the stories. Look at this design team, our very first design team. And yes, we had a gentleman, and I met him in a store. And he, in our first year, did this amazing article. It was The Last Word with John Simpson. And funny story, you guys, before this first issue went to print, 3 days before, I pulled the plug and said, no, we can't go to print. We cannot go to print. We don't have enough money to go to print. It's going to cost so much. I pulled the plug. And what I didn't know was this gentleman was a consultant, marketing consultant for HP. So guess what came in just the next probably 8 hours after I said I wasn't going to print because we had no money. This double page ad came in from HP's agency because John, unbeknownst to me, had gone to his agency and said, you're going to put a double page ad. So when their ad agency called me and said, yeah, we're sending an ad over. I heard you're going to print in 2 days. And what I didn't know, it was the first time HP Canada had ever advertised in a first-year magazine in their history. So on that note, we went to print, and 20 years later, here we are. So I just heard someone say hello to Erica and Alex. I think my children are in the chat. How awesome. Hey, guys. Nice of you to be here. So let's get into this first issue, or this last issue number 76. And this is our fall winter 2026 issue. So I am super, super excited. Love Brianna Estrella created this layout on our design team. And we always give the picture to 3 different designers. And then we choose from the 3 designers. The camera chooses. I don't choose. I know too many people to choose. But, you know, it's amazing. Our team, what the camera sees, we shoot it. And that's what it is. And then this gorgeous card by Justin Atkins. And I love that both of our team members were in on the final issue. So yes, Tachdjian offspring are in the house. I love that. And it became a grand puppy mama today. So I get to meet my new grand puppy tomorrow. So 100+ ideas for fall and winter projects, says our final issue. And then friends, we get right to the good stuff. Right to the good stuff. So I'm going to zoom out, go wide a tiny bit. All right. So there we go. So we've got a beautiful ad from Simple Stories always. We've got a gorgeous ad from Ranger. And as we go through this, you guys know how grateful I am for the support of these amazing companies. Truly, we could not have done any of this over the last 20 years without all of the partner support we've had from the industry. And I tell you, they have supported from day one, and I feel so grateful. They looked at me and said, I don't understand free. Free doesn't make sense. And when I explained to them that I wanted to give something to the stores to give out, to bring customers into the store, they got on board. And I am so grateful they did. So right to Spellbinders. Oh my goodness, look at all of the beautiful, okay, did we lose focus? No, we're good. Beautiful from Spellbinders. Their kits are gorgeous, just beautiful, and have known them for so long. Pink and Maine, and I love all the holiday. You're going to see lots of holiday in this issue, and I love it. Going right to Pink Fresh Studio, the beauty that is Pink Fresh, so gorgeous. I wrote my final letter in here. I haven't written one in the issues for a long time, but I thought this was the time to write the final letter, just to, again, say what an incredible 20-year journey it has been. So then, of course, our table of contents, which is kind of normally over here. I had to change up the pagination a little bit, but our table of contents here, and again, it breaks it down into our 4 categories always: noteworthy, essentials, our 3 T's, which is our tips, tricks, and techniques, and then the 3 I's: ideas, insight, and inspiration. So yes, the only magazine I love seeing the ads. I agree. They always give us gorgeous ads. From Susan Opal, my sweet editor-in-chief, again, her final letter. And friends, when I tell you that these were hard to write, these were not easy to write. And Susan, she has just crushed this assignment for 8 years. I am beyond blessed, but I'm excited that we will get to see Susan later. So again, like I say, we give it to two different designers. So Jessica Quinn and Karen Kidwell, both of them created layouts, and it was a hard choice, as always. Hard choice. And it just was, what does the camera see? So, okay, tailored expressions. I know I'm gonna move through this faster than I would normally do on a walkthrough, but because I know we have lots going on. But always great tools, great things at Tailored Expressions. They just held their Stamp Joy event last weekend. 500 attendees. She's amazing, amazing. Hero Arts. Look at all that beauty. Love these Christmas crackers. Love those. Beautiful. Right into the essentials, and I actually kept this project because I had to show you this gorgeous planner. Look at this beautiful planner. Virginia Neville created this. And look at from Pink and Maine, just beautiful. Look at these tabs. Aren't they amazing? So she had done something. Right, there it is. So that's what we photographed right there. So Virginia, thank you for that fun project. And of course, we also were featuring some of the essentials from scrapbook.com. We love those. And then I love this. This is where we get to show you kind of what are some of our favorites. Autumn Archives by Kelly Bangs. If you had our Let's Create Together kit, then you got some of that in there. Now, there's this new foldable extended handle by Spellbinders. Now, friends, I have not had a chance to try this new handle. However, I know that Megan has and said it's fantastic, fantastic. This braided edge die we saw at our summer trade show from LDRS, and I immediately said, Angie, we need this in the magazine. This is fantastic. What a fun edge to put on your cards. Ghosts and Goblins by Echo Park, always a great, they always do Halloween well. We've got Mistletoe and Memories by Vicki Boone, who I did see here for $49 in Market. Vicki, another stunning collection. And tell me in the chat, if you're still here, how many collections have you done in total? I know with American Crafts, and then you've now are partnering with 49 in Market, but this is just beautiful. Well done. Polyglaze by Gina Kay. I have not seen a polyglaze sheet. I did not love, not one. And Gina does it so incredibly well. They turn out so beautiful and shiny and perfect every single time. Brand new, crafted by Concord and Ninth, which this is really fun. So these are all sorts of new craft projects. And really, I haven't seen them all. I've just seen a couple, but I think you'll love them. So, all right. Say Cheese, Classic Mouse Christmas by Simple Stories. All right, Douglas, are you good?
Yeah, I'm just checking the focus.
Checking the focus. All right, are we a little out of focus? Okay. All right, and then we're going to go to Designer Challenge. All right, so here's where Paige Evans works with our team and chooses some. Paige Evans is our creative editor. I didn't mention that. And what she does is she chooses some paper, some foam stickers. She's got some puffy stickers and some stencils from Cartabella. And then what we do is we give them 3 different designers. Oh, are we? All right, well, I'm gonna let Douglas focus us here. All right. Hold on, guys.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. Hold on, guys. So I'll just keep talking as Douglas is getting us our overhead focused a little bit better. You think you have everything. There we go. We're good. Okay, there we go. Looks better. All right. So what we do is we give all these products to 3 different designers. So we've got Natalie D'Souza, the oh so talented Natalie, Becky Adams, amazing, and Jess Forrester. And look at all the different. So completely different looks, right? Completely. All right, very crisp. Are we good? Better. Excellent. Thank you. Now, can we put me back up in the corner? Oh, there I am. All right. So 3 completely different looks from a pocket page to a double page. So there's amazing things you can do with a handful of products. So yes, again, the Crafted by Concord and Night. Look at this paper wreath and these pine cones. Beautiful. Simon Hurley debuting his new solar sprays and his new Astro Paste. Simon, these are fantastic. And I was so excited to have Simon in our final issue. I love it that you would join us. So shoot for the moon. And again, of course, anytime you see this little icon, it means there's a video. So you're going to want to click on the bit.ly link there and head straight to a video. And then you've got Natalie D'Souza. See, I didn't even have to look at who created this. I knew exactly this was Natalie's layout. So beautiful, working with paste. She did some great mixed media here. And of course, then we've got Mindy Egan. Again, you've got another video. So look for all these amazing little icons. And then, you know what? Add some glamorous white splatter just to finish it off. Well done, Mindy. Gorgeous. Again, LGRS, there's that braided edge die again. Love it so much. And then always, you know, I, again, love the ads because they seriously are just like little mini inspiration boards. I love it. Our dear friends at Altenew, and of course, hit that QR code there and ready to craft your calm. Scan to subscribe. I love it. So, of course, they've got kits. Altenew has everything. They've got kits. They've got events. They've got great product. They've got the stamp wheel. They've got it all. So, Here, I was excited. I told Megan, you're not getting your layout back. I need to show. And Ayrton and Lizzie, if you're watching, hello. So this is cute little Ayrton, her son, Megan's son. And I loved this layout that opened our 3T section. So, and this was all about titles, title techniques. So love, again, you've got another video icon there. Candy Cane Cutie by Allison Davis. Look at all this gorgeous stitching. I'm going to just show you all that gorgeous stitching. It's beautiful. Beautifully well done, Allison. And I know she is teaching this weekend at the Simple Stories event, so I'm not sure if she's here, but if you are, well done, Allison. Brianna Estrella, again, our cover artist, created this beautiful, and again, that title. Love how she's created this title. So make sure you read it all so you know exactly how they created it. Jessica Quinn, thank you, that's beautiful. Again, computer-generated title here with Jess on a pocket page, a small pocket page. And then Paige Evans and her beautiful cut files. And I think, I'm not sure who loves Halloween more. Is it Megan or is it Paige? I'm not sure. So again, that's amazing. And then she's also given you all the thread colors. So clever, Paige, all the thread colors that she used in that. And then, of course, we've got Andrea Lake with this beautiful, beautiful, choose sticker words that reflect your layout's tone, which is what she's done in here and done some beautiful layering. So gorgeous. 49 and Market, Echo of Time collection, soft, beautiful, always what 49 and Market is. Love this ad from Gina K. We've seen this ad before, and I really love it. What kind of ink should I use for my project? And again, it is so smartly done. From the premium dye ink, amalgam ink, pigment ink. I mean, it's a question we get all the time. What ink should I use where? And of course, then you also have oxides and you have all the things. So beautiful. And then premium dye reinkers as well. Again, Gina K, she has it all. Creating with sketches, we love this. And a big thank you to Allison Davis for creating these sketches for us. So Maureen, thank you for this beautiful layout that came from our call. And then again, some of my favorite artists are in this issue. Yanis Makula, these are stunning, absolutely stunning. Laura Basson, the same. They truly are beautiful. And I love, we always in this kind of later year issue, we always do Christmas cards here. So love that we had those. And then of course, Letitia, these are just so fun. So many of these cards, friends, I did not want to send back. And I'm the one who packs up all their artwork to get ready to send back to them. And I can't even tell you how many times I'm like, they won't notice this one. They won't notice they didn't get this back. I'll just keep it. I'm really good at that. However, I did send it back. Olo marker. Megan and I looked at this ad and we were like, that satin ribbon, honestly, it looks like a piece of satin. Like you could reach out and touch it. It is beautiful. So if you have not discovered Olo markers, you need to discover Olo markers. And they have 96 new colors coming by the end of the year. So, all right, common thread. This is a really fun article. Features the results of a designer challenge where 3 designers share their take on one common thing. And this issue, what they had to, focus on was a grid design. And always love a great grid design. They can come together quickly, and so many ways you can do a grid. So Carla Dower, this was so fun, such a fun layout. And this one here by Kathy Zilski, she did this card. Always love to have a CZ card, and I actually did send it back. I don't usually. Marcia Denix, love this. Again, another grid of fun on the farm and just 4 photos. And again, you have a grid design here. I mean, Kathy Z is the queen of a great grid. So that was beautiful. Design 101, we love. Often when you create a page or a designer creates a page, you look at it and you're like, why does that work? Why does that work? Well, here it is why it works. And what Susan does is she's amazing because what she does is she goes through and dissects each layout with the designer and then talks about all the different reasons why it works. So create a huge circular frame, slightly bend up the edges. I mean, she really calls out those points that make this a layout design that makes you go, wow, I want to try that. I love it. This beautiful, beautiful layout by Gloria Parra, just absolutely stunning. And again, why does it work? Use dimension to emphasize your title. Let your photos shine using softer tones around them. anchor your journaling. I mean, so many little tidbits of information scattered through the issue. Thank you very much, Susan Opal. And Charlene Madrid, love this, love this card. And again, start with a strong focal point, which she's done. Choose bold typography. And again, all these little points here are just going to show you why it works. And then Susan put a second card in. I love this so much, Susan, with this gorgeous Noel card. I mean, how beautiful. Offset the sentiment. Yep, did that. Let the project tell you what size. An A2 portrait card was the go-to, but this one needed a larger canvas. So there it is. You know, get more mileage out of your dies. Amazing. House shade can be decorated for any season with some small adjustments. You are correct. So, and again, some extra design tips in the corners here. Love it. That brings us to the middle, the holiday gift guide from scrapbook.com. Scrapbook.com has been the center ad for many, many, many years. And it's always when we hit the halfway point, this is where we are. So, and you know, we've always gone with a stitch design magazine rather than the binding the other way. Which name just went out of my head? My husband's probably listening to this going, seriously, Catherine, that the name went out of your, yes. But stitch bound because it lays flat. And I love this because on your desk, it lays flat. So if you have not discovered the holiday gift guide, you should. And I think they had a coupon code. Megan, didn't they have a coupon code right now with their holiday gift guide? Was it gift guide 10 or something? If Meg's around, maybe she'll put it in the chat. But anyways, love this. So organize your envelopes, crafty cleanup, these stack and sort trays, which we love, love, love. And then the mint tape dispenser, which I have right around here somewhere. I have one. Trinity stamps. If you have not looked at Trinity stamps for not only all their amazing stamps, but for their incredible embellishments, well, in our event a few weeks ago, our attendees got to see exactly how amazing these Trinity Stamps embellishments are. So you need to look at them. Over 500 different embellishments in every festive shade. They will help you craft your joy. There is no doubt about that. So bling and sparkle, you've got all sorts of things. So love it. And then we did in our 3 eyes. We're come to our 3 eyes, which again is our next section, ideas, insights, inspiration. And so this was all about color palettes. And it was, you know, this Andrea Lake, I mean, cute as can be, right? Absolutely adorable. Whimsical winter. So you've got a lavender, a soft teal, a blush pink, and a glittery white. And Andrea knew that assignment. Amazing. Beautifully done. And again, a video. So don't miss that. Megan, she did a second layout here, and burnt orange, deep red, gold yellows craft. I mean, a palette Megan just loves. Bold and rustic with Enza Gador. Love that so much. Marcia did another one, again, with a little bit of a softer autumn color palette. And then Betsy Green, she did this really fun oatmeal stone, soft taupe, and a cocoa brown. And look, for a holidays card, isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. This one, Carla Dower, did then another one in more of your classic kind of winter colors, the navies, the icy blues, whites, gorgeous. And then this gorgeous card from Marisha Dean in jewel tones. And love, love, love. And then we've got some muted earth tones with Becky Adams. And that's just dusty green, mushroom gray, terracotta, and ivory. I mean, just all of it sounds so awesome. So, and love, it's hard to get this in print, and I hope you can see it. But all of these behind here are layers, just gorgeous layers. I love it. I know, hard to see. I should have kept your layout, Becky. Lawn Fawn has been beside our creative cards for years. Always love Lawn Fawn, critters. Oh my gosh, and in our last event, they did these cute mice with sweaters. They were the best. So yes, Jennifer, another issue filled with so much inspiration. I love it, but look at these. I mean, again, these cards just scream fall and winter and so lovely. Creative cards this time is we wanted to do shaped cards. So our focus was sensational shaped cards for fall and winter. And these ones from Mindy Egan were beautiful. Mindy, I'm even amazed at Mr. SCT. He caught all the gold in this. And I tell you, my husband has been our photographer for many years, probably 12 years now. And I remember the first year he did the photography, he said, sweetie, how long until this gold trend ends? When does the gold foil end? Because it's really hard to photograph. Yep, 12 years later, hasn't ended. We love our gold, our glitter, our foils, we love it all. And how cute are these cards by Justin? The Love You to Death. I love this. And the Trick or Treat. How cute is that purple ghost? I think that has Libby. I think that card, Justin, I think you should send that card to Libby Hickson. That's what I think. It's okay, you don't have to listen to me. It's okay. Marisha Dean did some beautiful winter cards. Look at this shaped. Cards can become home decor. Imagine that sitting on your table. How beautiful that would be. I imagined it sitting on my table. I sent it back. And then we have this beautiful one, Winter Blessings, again in this gorgeous snowflake shape. So see how fun shaped cards can be. I love it. Again, Stamps of Life. How cute is that fox? How cute is he? And then Enza Gaddour created, I love this, Let's Eat, Drink, and Be Tacky. Your classic ugly sweater. And then from Stamps of Life, actually, this is their stand-up, forgetting what we call that, shape card die, but I know flip out. It has a name. So, and then these ones from Charlene Madrid. You had this, you're waffly cute, and then I hit the jackpot with you. How cute are those for Valentine's? I love those. And those are from Trinity Stamps. Yep, Trinity Stamps, Spellbinders, amazing. 2 programs that we have, Get With the Program. We've got our Let's Stamp Together, our Let's Create Together. Those are 2 amazing kits. And Let's Stamp Together, we are just taking up monthly in 2026. So super, super excited about that. Let's Create Together, our layout kits, scrapbook kits, our Let's Stamp Together, of course, our card kits. So super fun. Again, what was I just talking about? Foil? Yeah, let me just take a drink. Talking about all the glitz and the glamour and all of that is our industry, to which is a photographer's nightmare. Yes, but here we are. So Deco Foil from our friends at ThermoWeb. They have so many colors and variations, and they just have some amazing adhesives. We really love our friends at ThermoWeb, and they have been, so Deco Foil adhesives, transfer gels, toner sheets, adding vibrant color to any project. So what is one of the things that people ask us for all the time? They ask us for double page layouts. So I said in our last issue, we are doing another double page delights, and I'm excited. Allison Davis, and if you could see all the stitching on this, friends, it is beautiful. So really great picture with her kids. And she uses a lot of 6x6 and 6x8 papers. So you can, how many of us have a stack of 6x6 pads? That's up. Come on. I know you do. And so how amazing, Allison. And I believe that she has an amazing course on 6x6 pads on her website. Becky Adams, she did this gorgeous layout. How fun is that? Absolutely love it. So direct attention to the focal point. You get right there. So all 3 designers are using 6x6 or 6x8 pads, which I love that. And Rebecca Ruiz, she created this really gorgeous layout. Love it so much. So yes, you can do a lot with 6x6 and 6x8 pads. Love Grows Here from Bella Boulevard. How amazing is that? How amazing. And I think for some of you, maybe at She Loves Color next weekend, it's going to be another amazing event. I think it's their 10 years hosting events. So that's amazing. And then speaking of 10, leads me segues perfect into that. Christopher from Brutus Monroe. Congratulations, my friend. I sent him a picture the other night of, and you might see it, when I first met Christopher at the very first trade show in 2015. So love seeing how far he's come and all the fun that we have had. And thank you again, Christopher, for creating that intro for us today. I really appreciated that. Page is Page. This is an article we've run the last couple of years, and always just page pointers, we call them. So Page, another beautiful layout. And of course, she's got a free download of the layered flower. And there's a checklist in the back I'm going to show you to keep all this track, and a video to learn how she created this layout as well. So let's learn from Paige one more time. Friends at Creative Memories, hands up, hands up. Who started scrapbooking with Creative Memories? Yep. Whose first bill was $500? Yep. Come on, hands up if you're with me. It was an expensive night, but I fell in love, and I still love their albums. I still do. So can your scrapbook survive this spill? Yes, they can. Having spilled things on my albums over the years, wipe them away. So yes, see, there's a hands up. Yep. or Stampin' Up, friends. Lots of us card makers also kind of had both. So, and I think we dropped, small fortunes with those companies. And then we get to our gallery. I love this. This has always been an incredibly special part for us because this is where you come into the picture. So many of our readers, when we put a call out for submissions, yep, and close to my heart, you're right. I love when you submit your artwork to us. And so this is always such a special thing for us. So Claudia Resler and Nicole Martel, both have submitted to us many times. We have appreciated all of that. And then, yes, so Carolyn Murray, Lindsay Wall, gorgeous layouts, Darla Weber, and this card from Jean, oh my gosh. And, over the years, we average anywhere from, I'm going to say, 500 or 600 to 800 or 900 submissions when we do a call, of which we picked about 20. So it is hard, and goodness knows going through all of them is painfully hard because we would love to just print them all. This one was really fun. Jessica Quinn, when we published her artwork a long time ago, a couple of years ago, and she actually scrapbooked a layout about her being published in this issue. So that was amazing to see. Barry Snare, I mean, how cute was this? And the coloring on this is fantastic. Betsy Lewinsky, I have loved watching your twins grow up in our magazine. Thank you for being such, and I believe I saw you in here. I think I saw your name. Thank you so much for sharing all your beautiful work with us for so long and letting us watch your twins grow up. It's been amazing. Deborah Lazar, we loved this Happy Hanukkah layout, and it was cute. She sent an email, and Deborah, I'm not sure if I actually was able to respond. I think I started a response, but what she received, I believe, this issue on her birthday last week. So yeah, happy birthday. Ali Skifton, I don't know if you're here, but I know you are in Salt Lake City right now at the Simple Stories event. And again, I love, okay, am I going to mess up the camera if I go close, Douglas? Am I going to get there? Will it come in? This is the cutest picture of her, peeking out the door. I love it. And her husband sleeping on a couch. This is so cute. So Ali, thank you for sharing probably one of my favorite Christmas layouts ever. It is the cutest. And Andrea Rahinga, this layout is beautiful, or this card is gorgeous. So Michelle, I kept your book. And the reason I kept it is it's so hard to photograph. It is so hard to photograph mini albums in a one-dimensional place like this. And so I wrote to her and said, yeah, you're not getting yours back yet because I needed to show this really fun album. Look at this. So many beautiful things captured, flip outs, flip ups, just gorgeous, capturing all her holiday memories. Isn't that beautiful? And then all this place for extra little bits and pieces and tags and things to write on. I know. I had to show it to you, friends, because it was so much work into that. Yeah, it is beautiful. And I do love mini albums. Nelia, again, a fantastic grid design. I mean, these, friends, I hope you will go and you will look at these layouts again and again and see how you can adapt them, or even to a card. You could easily adapt a 4 squares and create a card out of that. Just beautiful. Amy Wheeler, this is digital, friends. Isn't that amazing? Digital designers are really quite incredible. This from Lisa Forrest. I love this. And I recognized this was one of our dies. This, I think, was from one of our events. This is the Cheerful Chirps from Spellbinders from a card event. So if you've been in our card event and you are also, a scrapbooker, guess what? You can use so many of those florals, those Spellbinder florals, right? Any florals, a Gina K floral, so many. You can use them right in a layout too. And I love how she captured this beautiful wedding photo. Snow Much Fun. I think that is probably going to go down as the #1 title we have had in every winter issue. I think there's been a Snow Much Fun. I love it. And again, lots of little scraps of paper that have created such a beautiful background. So Kara Sherrick, that is gorgeous, gorgeous. And again, the same here with Melanie Payne. And again, strips have made just beautiful backgrounds. We love them. So, so much inspiration. Scrapbook adhesives. have been an adhesive provider to our team for years and years and years. Thank you, Margie, for always being so incredibly supportive to the magazine and to our team always. You're a special, special woman. And then we get to our store directory. This is where you will find us. And I love how Kathy drops in some really fun little icons there. Again, our online directory, you were like, oh yeah, I saw an ad from Bella Boulevard. Where was that? But you can go right back here and you're going to find it. Our dear friends at Picket Fence, more inspiration here, more inspiration. Look at that. QR code to get you right to their site. Honeybee stamps. I mean, come on, look at these. Look at these cards. Tell me the ads aren't also amazing. And then our With Love, we always like to leave you with something, and I actually kept it. Look at this. Virginia, you're a master. Look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that beautiful? Yep, not sure if it's going home, Virginia, but so it's a little floral home decor. So again, you've got layouts, you've got mini albums, you've got cards, and then we'd like to leave you with a fun project in your home as well. And then before we go, we got Page Studio Spotlight. And I love that last year, right around this time last year, I actually got to stand in this room. And it is as beautiful as it looks here, and even more. It is beautiful. Paige, you have such a beautiful space. All the free extras. So again, here's a checklist in order as it goes through the magazine and where you can find all of the things. So you've got, card video from Justin, you've got video from Megan, from Paige, from Simon, Mindy Egan. I mean, it's a who's who of videos going down. Marcia DeNix, Paige, you got a cut file from Paige, just really amazing. Bonus cut file, I love SCT. So that was a surprise, friends. They surprised me with that, and I love it so much. So again, so proud of these cut files that we have, and then of course our website. And then, of course, a new chapter. And that is what is happening now. As we will close the book, we're going to turn the page, literally. It's not a goodbye. It really is simply a turn of the page. So, Kathy, thank you for creating this. Is beautiful. And then let's talk for a minute about Doodlebug. So, Doodlebug, very special, and near and dear to my heart. The owner, Cynthia, was one of the first companies that I got a full sit-down meeting with at a trade show, and she said, tell me what you're doing. I need to understand this. And it was such a beautiful meeting, and she has been so incredibly supportive to Scrapbook Cards Today in so many, many, many ways. She's been on the end of a phone call at midnight. She has been to us, come to events all the way from Salt Lake. She has been on our back cover, I believe, since 2010. So 15 years. And I remember Cynthia saying to me, for as long as you print, we will be on your back cover. And of course, here they are. So friends, there we go. Our final issue. Exciting. It was a fun one to put together. It was an amazing issue to put together. It was, so tell us in the comments. I want to know in the comments, what was your favorite SCT article? Either in this one, if you've read it, or ever, if any of the issues, was there one you always turned to and said, I need to look at this one first? This one was my favorite. This just feels so full circle, especially as I hold each of these issues in my hand. This is incredibly full circle, from quick cuts. Remember quick cuts, friends? Quick cuts on my back cover for the initial issues, and I remember that, and collecting so many quick cuts, and have a lot of them. So yes, so love the inspo, love it all. Too many to mention. You've loved pick a favorite. How do we pick a favorite? Love the new products coming. Oh, Jessica, don't be sad. Don't be sad. I know. The new 30, 60, 90 column, actually one of my favorites as well. Yep, still have a ton of quick cuts. How many of us still pull out our quick cuts? How many of us do that? So, all right. So thank you for walking through that with me. Now we're going to get to some fun as well. So I am excited to bring Editor-in-Chief Susan Opal in. And so we've just new at bringing people in. So let's see. Can we bring Susan in? We can. Ah, there she is. Hello, hello. All right, now to hear her, I need to put her in my ear, right? All right. All right, Susan, can I hear you? Yes, I'm not hearing her in my ear. One second, Susan. Yeah, nobody can hear Susan yet. Just hold on, guys. Oh, Susan's turned around.
I'm sideways.
Technology is awesome and so hard. You're right, Vicki. All right, hold on, friends. Yes, the ads are amazing. She was sideways but audible. All right. Are we good?
Can you hear me now?
You can hear her. Okay, I can't hear her. What are we going to do now? Yes, we're going to do, all right. So they can hear. We just need to get Susan in my ear so that I can hear her. All right, Susan, say something.
Hello from Salt Lake City.
I'm not hearing her yet. I know I have questions to ask her, friends, so I want to be able to hear her answers. I know you can hear her. I can't hear her. Okay. We'll figure it out. Aw, hi, Gina. Yes, my earbuds are very charged. Yep. I'm just going to send her, you know, signs. We didn't match on purpose. Susan just knows me. She knows me well. The pink world.
All
All right. Say hello,
Susan.
See if I can
hear you.
Hello.
Nope.
Hello.
Nope. Keyboard sounds, yeah. That's funny. Oh, I'm echoey now, am I? Is that just, am I echoey? Okay. All right. I don't think I need both in my ears. No, nothing yet. Okay, but Toronto's 2-1 in the ball game, so yay for Toronto. Yeah, Susan, tell us your favorite card you've ever made while we wait.
The favorite card I've ever made. Gosh, every single one is my favorite. No, that's not true. I have definitely thrown some in the trash that really disgusted me, but I'm sure that some of you can relate to that. I did really like the house one I did for this issue. That was fun to put together.
Oh, it's 2-2 now. All right, I guess I'm behind. All right, well, let's see. Is there any other way for me to hear her? We'll just sit and smile at the camera. I can do that. All right, Susan, say something.
Hello. Can you hear me? I wore SCD pink.
I hear something. Oh, I just hear me. I do hear something now. Yep. But I just hear me. Yeah, subtitles. That's funny. Now I just hear me. Okay. Susan, say hello again for the 14th time.
Hello again.
Yeah, no, not in my ear. Oh my gosh, friends, we tested this. Yes, friends are saying listen to on a mobile device. The problem is my microphone will pick that up. Yeah, I just hear me. What else can we do? What else can I do, Douglas? Okay, now I don't hear me anymore.
Do you hear me?
Oh, Susan, I think I heard you. All right. All right, should I just ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay. You've overseen so many issues over the past 8 years. 8 years, my beautiful friend. You're amazing. And I said today to Susan, there was a moment that I thought about closing the magazine. And then we found Susan. And it has been just completed this team. So can you share one issue that stands out as your favorite and why?
You know, I wanted to not be basic and say they're all important. Maybe that very first one I did in the spring of 2017 was not the best because I was just trying to figure it out. But I have to say that this issue is probably my favorite. And I think one of the reasons it's my favorite is because it's felt like a job well done. And it also felt like every single designer who was asked to do something for this issue brought their A game because probably 95% of them knew this was it.
Yeah.
So I was just really proud of the fact that everybody really stepped up and did such an amazing job. And so I guess I'd have to say that this last issue, that's the one.
I would have to agree with you. Honestly, one of my absolute, I don't know if it, it's like picking your favorite child. And I'm happy I have a boy and a girl, so I could say my favorite boy, favorite girl. What's one article, photo, or project that you still think about? You know, was there something that just captured the SET spirit perfectly?
You know, when you first proposed this question to me, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? But then I did remember that there was an article, and I found after some research that this summer 2021 issue, we had scrapbookers choose a card from a previous issue and make a scrapbook layout based on the card. And then Letitia took a scrapbook layout and made 2 cards that were based on that scrapbook layout. And that's something I've always felt is really important, is bridging that gap between layouts and cards. As a former scrapbooker and a now card maker, that was just something I was really passionate about, was being able to look at a scrapbook layout and say, I love that. How can I use that in a card, and vice versa?
Yeah.
So
you're right.
that was a great one for me.
Oh, I can't hear Susan now. Did you just change something, Douglas? All right. You've read and edited thousands of words about creativity.
Okay, now I can't hear
What's one thing
Catherine.
you've learned about crafters through all these stories?
Okay. One thing that I've learned is that the learning never, ever ends. I have been in this industry for, I think I figured out the other day, like 18 years as a person who works in the industry. And I had been around as a crafter before that. And I keep learning. In some of the past issues, there have been things that different people did that I was like, wow, why didn't I think of that? And I got to give a shout out to Mindy Egan. Mindy has really done things that I'm like, whoa, how did she come up with that? So I think that's one thing I've learned, that we all just keep learning all the time.
All right.
And I'm not sure you heard.
I know. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that because I didn't catch that. Not at all. Something's changing. Got a gremlin in there. All right. I'm going to ask the next question. If you could describe, oh, no, let's do this one. You've read and edited thousands of words, thousands, about creativity. What's one thing you've learned about crafters through all these stories?
I think this was what you just asked me. That was my answer for that. I learned that we just got to keep learning, and the learning is not going to end. And that's one thing that's great about SCT's YouTube channel. There's still going to be learning. The classes, they're still going to be learning. And we have never learned everything. Keep allow yourself to learn.
I love that. I love that. You're right. We always are learning, and we should always strive to learn more. And it's why I love the education part of the magazine, our events, videos, the blog content is exactly that. There's always, and then sometimes when we learn it, we forget it. So it's really fun to learn it again. If you could describe Scrapbook Cards Today in 3 words, what are they?
Inspiring, joyful, connective.
You just hit on the words that mean so much about me, and connective is probably the one that means the most to me. I just love a place that we've connected. So thank you for creating a place where we could all connect as well. I love it. What are you most proud of when you look back at how the magazine evolved under your editorship?
I am so proud of the fact that I really brought the emphasis to the cards of Scrapbook and Cards Today.
You did.
That was something I was passionate about when I came in. And I started to say, we should have card things. And I started to say, finally, what if we had a card on the cover? And so I'm really proud that I was able to bring a lot of attention to card making and the massive happiness it brings so many people. And I loved also the scrapbooking because that's where I got my start. But I loved the ability to really bring in the cards. That was something I'm very proud of.
I love that. Susan, what an amazing answer. And yes, the bringing of the cards, more cards to each issue was 100% you. So thank you. I think you were visionary that way. And I remember being at a trade show, probably back in 2012, and seeing you in the media room and literally having like an, oh my God, That's Suze Noble. Never did I think we would work together. And honestly, the magazine has flourished under your leadership and your editorship. So, and I know, of course, Gabriella as well was our amazing copy editor, and Paige Evans, our creative editor, and honestly, such a dream team, an editorial dream team. So thank you. You're amazing, amazing. And this is not the end for us. It's not. We're still in the industry, and I have no doubt we still have lots that we will touch base on. And goodness knows, I will need your editorship in other areas. So, and if Beth is there with you, your sweet sister, tell her I say hello. We all say hello. So
She says hi.
Aw. So thank you, Susan, for 8 incredible years. I really could not have done this without you. So thank you, my sweet friend.
Thank you.
And I think all of our readers would agree that, you just kicked it up a notch and you kept kicking it up a notch. So well done. Well done. So thank you for joining us tonight too. It wasn't going to be a night without you. So thank you. All right. We're going to keep moving on. Douglas, I still have a little echo in my ear, but I'm happy that I can hear who's coming in with me. So next, we're going to bring in, are you ready for it, you guys? Our amazing art director, Kathy Zulski. So let's bring Miss Cizi in. All right. Although it's not like Cizi, like Sunday morning. All right.
Can you hear me?
I can. I mean, I can hear me too, but I hear you. That's what's important.
I can hear you too. Is there an echo on my voice?
Nope. Nope. I think you're good. Yeah, Kathy, look at that. You're being asked to serenade. You're being asked to serenade.
Hello. It's so good to be here.
Isn't it great? Look how fast that chat's going. Yeah, everybody loves Cizi like Friday night.
That's right. Cizi like Friday night. Whole different thing. I'm usually in bed by now, so this is a real treat for me.
Well, it's a treat for us, sweet friend. It is a treat.
It is.
So
I even got my hair cut today just for this occasion.
You're looking fabulous, as always.
Thank you.
You're looking great.
Thank you so much.
And I love that I get to look at the camera, but beyond the camera is a big screen, so I get to see a big Cizi right there. Love it.
Well, what's funny is I didn't want to wear pink because I literally own nothing in pink, even though I love pink. So of course I had to wear black.
Good contrast.
I'm the person who loves Halloween the most.
Over Megan and Paige, do you think? Is there a three-way tie?
I don't know. Megan's pretty. She's pretty all in, but I'm right up there with them.
Well, Jennifer Love is having popcorn and chocolate. Otherwise, she'd be in bed.
Okay.
I love it. I love this. Kathy is the reason I got back into card making after like 20 years and is how I found SCT. I love that. I love that. So, Kathy, you ready for some questions?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. All zen? Here we go.
I'm zen.
You've designed the look and feel of SCT for a decade. How amazing. A decade. What was your inspiration when you approached each new issue?
Well, I was pretty focused on doing this from the beginning, and I kept pushing and pushing to make sure that I just wanted the layouts and the cards to be as big as they could be, give them more room to breathe, invite some open space, and bring a framework to the magazine that allowed the artwork to shine. I didn't want any fancy design things to take away from anything. I really just wanted each issue to be a framework that showcased the art in the best way possible. That's always been it. That's always been the goal.
I love it.
And if I may tell a quick story, I remember when I started, I said to you, do you want me to come up with different looks for all the features? Like, because that's what magazines will do. And you're like, no, I want consistency. I want clarity. And I'm like, I am your girl. So
I wanted it clean and simple.
yes. And so in that regard, it was the best fit for me.
Yeah.
You have no idea as a graphic designer coming in what the expectation really is until you get into it. And Catherine just kept saying, I want you to do what you do. Make it clean, make it simple, showcase the art. So we've kind of been doing that really well together for a decade,
Well, here's how it goes, right? A serif font, a sans serif, and a script used sparingly.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
And the funny thing is, a lot of people may not notice this, but the font for the articles that we use in the magazine is a sans serif. And some say that might not be the best choice because serifs are so readable, but we decided to go serif for the headlines, sans serif for the body. And yes, as Catherine said, a little script here and there, just a little.
I love how beautiful you have made this magazine and its consistency. Because I know I always loved, when I used to read Martha Stewart or Real Simple, I knew Real Simple was one of my favorites. And I knew when I opened that exactly what I was looking at. And I wanted that for this magazine. I didn't want every article to feel like a standalone. It needed to be consistent. So thank you. Do you remember a layout or a cover that gave you goosebumps once it came together?
Yes. I think my favorite cover of all time was the one we did. It was a fall. It may have been last year or the year before, but it was all black. You kind of it was Halloween. It was the little witch girl. And you gave me a black background, and we don't do that very often.
Oh, I thought it was.
Do you have it? We do not do that very often. So it was just like, I was like, are you kidding me? I just think it pops, and it has such a, So that was my favorite cover, I think, of all, because I love Halloween too. But
and it was Paige's layout, I think, with Paige's collection, and it was all the trifecta came together.
Yep.
Challenging part of designing a magazine filled with so many creative voices.
Honestly, and I'm not just saying this, but everything about this job was a joy. You don't get to say that very often in any job. When I would sit down, it was just a joy to like open up the article from Susan, read through, see the artwork that, I know we approve artwork as it comes in, but just see it all gathered together. There was never a challenge. It was always like me sitting back, getting inspired about layouts and cards. And every time seeing things that I thought, oh, I wish I would have done that. So the fact that I had a love and a passion for scrapbooking and card making, it was like the dream job. The only hard part of my job, every now and then my wrists would get sore from doing the design and production, but there was no hard part in balancing all of the different styles because it was just, I don't know, it was a beautiful melange of creativity. And I will say, Susan had this knack for putting things together in ways that almost like I didn't have to think as hard because I'd be like, these layouts look really good together. Oh, so that's how Susan set it up. You know what I mean? She was very good at that. Right. So Susan, thank you for that. No downside. None.
And I remember one of my favorite magazines was Simple Scrapbooks, of which you were the art director so many years ago. And I remember also putting that magazine on my former art when we first started the magazine. I put Real Simple, Martha Stewart, and Simple Scrapbooks on their desk of our team that was doing the original layout when the magazine first started. And I'm like, make it like that. And so,
do you know what's funny about Martha Stewart? And when I was working at Simple Scrapbooks, Martha Stewart had a font designed for her magazine by a type company, Hoffler Frere and Jones, and that is the font Archer. That was designed for Martha Stewart. Now, since then, you can go out and buy it. It's an expensive font, but I took that from Martha Stewart once it was available, and I bought it to use in Simple Scrapbooks. So all good design filters down from Martha, I guess, at the end of the day. I just know how to pick, type, and apply it. But yeah, it's just funny that those are your inspirations too, because that and Real Simple were just like, yeah.
So sadly, back in 2010, 12, a few of the magazines left our industry. So CK and Scrapbooks, etc. Another one of my favorites. And then in 2015, I was looking for an art director. So friends, you have no idea how much courage it took to call Kathy Z on the phone. And she said yes when I offered her a job. And friends, I had to sit down on the couch. I'm not even joking. I had to sit down because I am on the phone with Kathy Z and she's going to be working for me. So, remember it.
And I'm so glad you made that call because it was just like at a time where I didn't know where I was going in the craft world. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't have steady income. I didn't have, a steady job. And I mean, here's the thing. Like I say, if a job's going to work pretty quickly or not. And it just it was like a key slipping into a lock for me. And it really has been like that for so many years, Catherine. Working with you has been a treat. We're friends. We are friends. We talk about more than our jobs. And I really appreciate that because at the end of the day, I always knew you had my back. You paid me on time in U.S. funds. I never had to, you know what I mean? Like it's things like that and being friends. But also stepping back and saying, do your job and I trust you. That's another thing that graphic designers don't always get is a lot of trust. And you always gave me a lot of trust and leeway. So I appreciate that.
Well, and I think with you and Susan, we're truly the dream team, which allowed us to expand and allowed me to expand other areas of the business because I got to have a great part of this. I mean, Jack and I shot all the artwork, I dealt with all the advertising, all the distribution, and certainly did, our final walkthroughs of articles and proofing and stuff. But I never had to worry about it. I knew you guys had it. So amazing. It must feel amazing to see your work in hands. Like, think about it. How many copies? Probably 600,000-700,000 copies since you've been on board. Yeah. And millions downloaded. Correct. I know.
Yeah. And I do have to give a shout out to someone behind the scenes who probably nobody knows unless you read through the masthead of our magazine. But I need to thank Levon for all the years of his pre-press editing. The man made our photos look beautiful. And that is something that is time consuming and it takes a very specific eye. And every month, Jack, Mr. SCT, would shoot and Lev would do all the editing on the photos. And then they would come to me all ready to drop in, all looking perfect. And that is something that I'd never had before in any magazine because I was the one that had to do that. So I was like, wait, you've got a guy?
We got a guy. We got a guy.
You got a guy?
Lev is the first cousin of my brother-in-law. So when I was 16, I worked at a movie theater. He worked right beside at Baskin Robbins. So this is when I just started dating my husband. Didn't know that at some point Lev and I would kind of be family, right? So funny.
Yeah.
And this is what he did. And he used to give me ice cream on Sundays because his manager wouldn't be in. So I would go and Baskin Robbins daiquiri ice cream. Daiquiri ice was my favorite. And I would go there. He would give me free ice cream. So,
I love that your son, Alex, just posted, Lev is the best.
Lev is the best. Yeah, he is the best.
He's the best.
And still the best and has always given. And every issue, I would say to him, thank you for making me look so damn good.
Same. I mean, it is the same. It's an art to color correction and photo editing. And a lot of people, when people have asked me or you, so are you still going to do an online magazine? The answer was no, because you have to do the same amount of work.
You do.
It's the same amount of everything. There's so much that goes on behind a magazine. And it's just, but again, when you have the right people in the right places.
We did.
We did.
If I gave you a blank cover and said, design a farewell to SCT, what would that look like?
Simple. I would be in the center wearing a crop top boob tube that would be like lime green, and I would have goth makeup on. Catherine and Susan would be on either side, both in pink. Meg would be peeking out from one side. Jen Walker would be peeking out from the other, and we'd all be in a ship. Paige would be at the front of the ship, and it would just have a big life ring on it that said, sail the seven seas of the good ship SCT. And that would be it. And it would be a sailor theme. And that, I can see it in my head.
Where is Kathy Pizzapatti when we need her to make this happen?
She probably could. You know what I mean? But the boob tube, it would be just like, you know what I'm talking about? The things we used to wear in the 70s? That would not look good on me today, but I would do it for you and the team. You know, I would. Yeah.
I love you.
That's what we got.
Oh my God,
Catherine.
Kathy, thank you for 10 incredible years. And I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy that through the events, we still get to work together. And you are an extraordinary human that I adore. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you. I've loved working with you and being your friend. So,
well,
and yeah, I'm not going away either.
No.
I'm going to still be doing stuff with Catherine.
and still
not the
creating cards and having a YouTube channel and your 800,000 million people who watch you. And if you don't watch Kathy, you need to.
And by the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I think we'll still have videos.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
we
yeah.
got things coming.
We got things coming. So I love you, friend.
Love you
Thank
too.
you for everything.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, that was great. Okay, I get to take this off now. All right, can we still hear me okay? Am I good? All right, let's bring in Jen. I'm so excited you're here. You have no idea. So excited. Welcome, welcome. I know
I
you
exist.
couldn't probably hear any of that.
No, I
But
couldn't.
wait.
I look forward to watching it
But
later.
wait till you hear what Kathy's idea of a final cover was going to be.
Well, you guys were both laughing enough that I need to see that as soon as I get home.
Her in a boob tube.
Oh,
Top, boob tube top.
Okay.
Yep, on a ship. You peeking out from one side, Megan peeking out. No, it was good. You're going to love it. So, friends, let me introduce someone who is not an AI robot. She is real. And I'm so excited that you actually, when I said, Jen, will you come and be with me online? She said, yes, I would.
Yes.
So, for 20 years, friends, and it was actually about a week from now. And Jen and our history actually predates the magazine because between my last career and this career, I worked at Gymboree for just about 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
Jen
And I was there all 10.
Yeah, Jen was one of my very best customers, very, very best customers. And I remember one day asking you, what do you do? And you had just left a big career with IBM and were at home with children, but you had a side hustle before I really understood what a side hustle was all about. So Jen, I said, what? We're just chatting one day as I'm selling her hundreds of dollars of, making commissions. Thank you very much, Jen. And I remember saying, what do you do? And she said, I distribute stickers. I have a sticker store and an online sticker store. And Sandy Line was near us, and you did a lot of exporting.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then you had a scrapbook store.
I did.
Called
It grew.
Creative Crafts and Stickers.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah.
But friends, I'm getting this all as I am selling her clothes, right? So now, time warp, probably 6 months. I'm going to say 8 months after I had stopped working at Gymboree. And then, of course, the magazine idea comes up. And I'm thinking, I met a woman. She's nearby and she owns an online scrapbook store. And how did I remember Jen? By her signature on her credit card. That is how I remembered her. And I did one of these. We searched the phone book, and I remember doing a search at that point. I think I actually then searched online because I couldn't find how there was a lot of walkers there.
Yeah.
And then I did a search, and there you were. And then I remember emailing her, hi.
You remember me?
From Gymboree? Do you remember that? And I remember I asked told you what I was doing and that I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
And would you come for a meeting?
Yeah.
And I had a boardroom table, which was my dining room table.
Yeah.
And there was you, a good friend, Sarah Swanson, who had introduced me to a lot of scrapbooking things.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law, who was my accountant,
Rafi.
and my husband was here. And I started a whole rundown of what I wanted this magazine to be.
Well, I think it was going to be a newsletter.
You're right. Yeah, that first night was kind of going to be a newsletter, like an 8 to 10 page newsletter. And well, we quickly grew to a 64-page magazine.
Yeah.
But Jen, what was one of the most pivotal things you said to me on that very first night? Do you remember?
What was the difference between, I can't even remember which two words.
So it was, I was like, as I'm describing, I want it to be like simple scrapbooks, and it's going to be this, and it's going to be very basic. I want people that, and you looked at me dead straight, no smile, and said, Catherine, is it simple or is it basic? Because those are two very different things.
Right.
And I remember taking a step back going, she's right. She's right. And so many times you have offered that amazing kind of leadership in moments when I have needed that, and moments of clarity. And even Tuesday night when I was, losing my mind a little bit, kind of putting this together and nervous, and you were like, you've got this.
Yeah.
You can do this. Get your head into it, and it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And for so many years. So many years. So for 20 years, you have been by my side.
And it's a great place to be.
Well, let's not lie. Not every day was a great place to be.
No, not always.
Jen and I always say we have a great marriage.
Oh, absolutely.
We have a great marriage.
We do.
Sometimes with your spouse where you're like, can't talk.
Yep.
Nope. We just need to separate for a minute, and we've got a vision and we got to execute this vision. And always we came together, and the vision, it just grew.
Yep.
And every step of the way I've said to you, can we do this? And you're like, yes, we can.
Absolutely.
And should I do this? Yes, you should.
Yep.
And so many times you have gently nudged me, sometimes pushed in all the ways that I needed. And, and here we are with a company that started with a magazine that is now
huge,
a global, a global thing.
Yeah.
So I could not have known we would grow like this. I remember saying to you, it's a 1 to 5 year project.
Absolutely. Constantly. I would be wanting to make changes, and she's like, well, we might do 1 more year. Let's think about it. Maybe one more year.
And we are great friends. And there's a
Absolutely.
lot, there's a lot of times that we'll get on the phone and it's like chat about what needing things. And then it's like, so how's your puppy? How's your kids? How's this? So, and the funny thing is, Jen and I live literally 2 blocks from each other.
Absolutely.
How often do we see each other?
When Megan comes to town.
Because we're both so busy and head down and head
But
focused.
we talk pretty much every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't really be a day if we didn't talk.
Absolutely.
So you have guided so much of this brand, and your smarts, you are smart in a whole different way. I'm afraid to press buttons. Jen's like, let's press all the buttons, because you can figure all that out. Me, I'm afraid to press buttons. Why I'm not behind these cameras and all those cords and wires terrify me.
Right.
And you're probably like, let's get in there. That's
Our
fun.
brains totally complement each other.
I would agree.
They work well together.
I agree.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we're having, a customer service situation, we both look at things differently, but yet we come together always for the right thing for the community.
Right.
Which
Right.
we've always had the
And we
community
disagree.
focus. Yeah.
And we respect each other enough to explain why we disagree, and then we choose whose way we're going to follow.
Yeah. and it goes both ways.
Absolutely.
It totally does. So
Absolutely.
So you think I got some questions for you.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready.
You ready? You've been a huge part of SCT from the very beginning.
Okay.
Do you remember those early days? And when you think back, behind the scenes, do you think of what jumps out at you?
Lots of really long nights. We had, obviously technology was way behind where we are today, but we still were trying to put everything online, and our tech team was on an island somewhere.
Yep, they were.
In the Caribbean or something.
Yep.
And, it was a lot. And we were going against these huge companies. Better Homes and Gardens and
Scraps,
things
etc.
that,
Better Homes and Gardens, yes.
huge magazines. And there
And we
was
were
us walking
tiny.
in and they're like, yes, this lovely little Canadian girl, she wants to do it for free and, things like
Let us
that.
know how that works out for you.
That's pretty much the way we were treated at the first CHA.
Remember that? Oh my
And
gosh.
but we proved them we could do it.
We did, one step at a time. And I
Absolutely.
always said, one store, one advertiser, one reader at a time. And just one more. And just one more. Add one more to your base.
And we did one, not 100.
Yeah.
And that's why it worked.
Yeah.
Because we did things slowly, one after the other, and we made sure we could kind of figure out how to do what we wanted to do, and then we jumped in.
I remember sitting on your couch when the first issue launched. And first issue, I dropped an ad, Magic Mesh. Do y'all remember Magic Mesh? And somehow on the editing cutting floor, out was that. And gosh knows, this magazine needed every dollar in those first issues.
Yeah.
And your husband so sweetly said to me, "You're fine. It's going to be fine." And Jeff is a man of few words.
Yes,
so
very.
when he says them, you listen.
Yeah.
So I also thank him for that, of just like, you're fine. Stop freaking out.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine. And they're going to be okay. And everyone's going to be fine. And then what I'd like to say also to Jeff is all the pieces of pie he has brought me. Because he knows me and he knows, the way to count it. I think all fruit should be in a crust. So if you're going to eat fruit, it should be in a pie.
Jeff goes to bakeries and always has to buy an extra something for Catherine and deliver it here on the way home.
Yep. So I see Jeff much more often than I see Jen.
Yes, absolutely.
You've helped thousands of crafters over the year. What's one memorable moment or a message from a customer that has really stuck with you? Because you've been doing customer service for so long.
Yeah. There was one gentleman who, I think he was older, and he reached out to both of us. I can't remember. I know you got mixed into it. And they had been having troubles as a family. And the wife had been doing so much for so many people. And he felt the need. He had to gift something SCT to her. And he really wanted her to have an event. And I think it almost became a need for him. Like, he needed to give it to her. And he wasn't sure how he was going to do it. And we emailed back and forth probably for weeks. And he was just the kindest person. And it was just all about, he had to do something nice for his wife who did so much for everyone else. And I get chills just thinking about it. But there's also those ones that, every fall I get these emails from people who say, "Hi, it's me again. I need to find my wife for her next subscription. I don't know how to do it, but can you help me out?
Just make it work.
Make it like figure something out."
I love it.
And I love those.
I do.
I love those.
I love those.
Yeah.
Our community really has been so amazing. When you think about how far SCT has come, what makes you the proudest?
I think the fact that we came from nothing.
Literally a dining room table and a napkin, I think.
Literally grew it into this amazing community and business. And you've always been the kind of person who, it's not about competition. It's about building each other up.
Yes.
And it's an amazing lesson to learn. And I wish everybody worked that way because, Catherine's always been building everybody up, building the community, trying to build the stores, build the manufacturers. And it's amazing.
Well,
and it's important.
It is important.
It's a good lesson.
Yeah. And I always say, when you're going to do something, tell everybody you know. Reach out to people that you've just met a few times, that you fleeced all their money for children's clothes. But, reach out to them. Tell them what you're doing, because it's amazing how much love and support you will get.
Absolutely.
For something that you want to try. And I remember all the discussions in the early days. This may not last a year. We may be that 70% that does not last.
Right.
But we're going to give it our all.
Yeah.
And I remember even the paper we're printed on, and my husband, was in the print business and brought me all these papers, and I got to this beautiful silk text paper, and he's like, "Babe, you can't afford that." I'm like, "Babe, I can't afford to not be on that, because if we are free, people are expecting birdcage liner.
Yeah.
They're expecting the cheapest newsprint ever, and we have to give quality.
And just pick it up and feel it. It feels wonderful.
Although I don't like the smell of it. So many of you do.
We've had boxes of them in the house, and it's amazing how freshly printed magazines take over the smell of your house.
Fragrant.
Yes, they're strong. Absolutely.
What's one thing most people don't know about what it takes to get an issue out the door?
I think people don't know how small our team really is. Because we don't have none of us do the same job. So it takes each one of us finishing our own part before the next person can even start.
And your part's a big one.
And so if there's any little glitch anywhere, the whole rest of the group is just kind of waiting.
Well, we always blame it on the printer, which is my husband. As Jack always is, the printer. They're always the one at the end that gets in trouble. But for you, getting all of those pieces online.
Yeah.
I mean, every single image is online.
And in the early days, we didn't have a way to load it without it being live. Right. So I literally would start kind of the morning before.
Like at 4 a.m.
And work right through and turn it live as I went because there was no way to hide it.
Right.
You know, it's so much simpler now, but yeah, it was crazy.
Who's more likely to send a message at midnight? You or me? Well, maybe less now, but in those first 10 years, who would it be? Me, probably. It'd be like, Jen, well, maybe not a text always. And Jen, you and I have the same philosophy on emails, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to email you at all when I choose to work.
Right. Yes.
And I'm not expecting an answer.
Yeah. Respond to me when you're working, but I work whenever I work.
It's 2 a.m. I had a thought, jumped out of bed, typed it down before it was gone. And
But texting in the middle of the night, I think in the older days, I would do it. And more recently, you would do it. But now we kind of...
Well, now I value
we know
sleep.
I go to sleep super early. And...
Huffing magazines. Yeah. Don't have the magazine. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, you've probably seen it all. And I have a feeling I'm going to ask you this question. I know it's coming. What is the funniest thing that's ever happened behind the scenes? And I'm almost certain I know what you're going to say.
All right. So I don't know if Vicki Booten is still on here, but many years ago, I used to go to the Crop and Crate events in the beginning. And before we had the events, we'd have to run around and pick up stuff because we didn't ship everything in advance and just little supplies and things we needed for the event. And at one of them, for some reason, Catherine had come out later than us. And so we had come out and we were standing around the car.
It's in Moncton.
Okay. I was thinking that.
And it was Costco.
And
Vicki's here.
Okay.
Vicki, you're going to love this.
And so Vicki decided she was going to get into the trunk of the rental car. And so when Catherine came to the car, and the rest of us were just kind of standing around.
Picture this, friends.
And so when Catherine came to the car and went to open the trunk, Vicki leaped out of it. And so I quickly took, a photo of that moment. And every time Catherine calls me now, that's the photo that pops up on my phone was Catherine freaking out as Vicki jumps out of the trunk at her.
Terrifying, friends.
Yes.
Terrifying. And they had the best laugh ever. I think Lisa Forrest was
Vicki's
with us.
saying, no, it was Lisa.
Oh, it was Lisa. Was it Lisa in the trunk?
Oh, no. I thought it was Vicki.
Oh, my God.
All right. Yes. Well, either way.
Either way. But Vicki was right there beside us. Yes. Can we see that photo? I think that would be hilarious to show that photo. So
it's a very special one.
It is very special. And we've had 20 special years. And
absolutely.
A lot of incredible memories.
Yeah.
And we've put a little something together that I wanted to share with all of you. So, Douglas, roll that video. Jen is going to we'll pick that up. But how amazing was that? All right, Douglas, how's my sound on Jen's mic? Can we hear me?
Yep.
All right. So truly amazing 20 years. I loved putting that together. And I could have put in 400 more photos, easily 400 photos. Just truly amazing to see some of those covers I've not seen in a while, some of those people.
Yeah, some of those were my favorite covers.
I turned 50 a few years, just like a year ago. And some of those pictures were from a party that I hosted at our trade show. Really, truly amazing. So,
lots of great memories.
What's one message you'd love to share with everyone who's supported SCT over these 20 years?
I mean, it's simple, but the biggest thing is to say thank you, because there's so many people. I mean, names flying by on the board that have been around since the beginning. And like myself, have that full collection of all the magazines, all the special issues sitting on a shelf.
Yeah, so many special issues.
Just keep coming back.
Yeah. Even looking back at that, I was like, right. We did 4, card maps books. We did how many planners? I think 4 planners, 3 calendars, or maybe it's 3 planners, 4 calendars.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah.
And even just spreading the word about, the events and things like that. And just, thank you for telling people about us.
Yes.
And for including us in your world.
Yes, that's a big one.
Because that's huge.
Yeah, bringing us either into your homes at events or into your home with the magazine, sitting with us as you read through the magazine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
If you had to sum up the heart of SCT in one sentence.
I'll say a couple. So I would say
I'm giving you one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll have one and I'll give you one that my husband would say. Okay. All right. I would say something special. It's the brand is special, the community is special, you're very special. And it's a special team. It's a special team. And I would also say invigorating, because it just, it makes you feel good. And it's like powerful. And finally, I would say still here.
Still here.
Because the magazine may be done, but we are still here. And we'll keep moving forward.
I love it. What a journey, right? What a journey. Thank you to everyone who has been a part of this incredible journey.
Absolutely.
Truly amazing. So I want to do, all right, well, we're going to do a giveaway, but I think I'm getting a new mic. Thank you very much, Douglas. All right. Let me plug that in. All right. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully you can all hear me better. Is that good? Am I good, Douglas? All right, we're good. Okay, so Douglas, I want you to look at the screen and I want you to pick a name. Pick a name. Just pick any name.
Barb Drudge.
D-E-I-C-H-L.
Barb Deichel? D-E-I-C, yes.
Yeah.
So Barb, you have just won a $250 gift card.
Ooh.
A $250 gift card to Scrapbook Cards Today. I'm writing it down right now. So that's the first one, friends. We got more. Look at you all. I love that. All right. And Jen, I'm going to point to the screen. Can you look quickly? Can you see it quickly?
Yeah.
If I was to point and just pick a name.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to point.
Yeah.
There.
Denise C.
Denise C. All right, Denise C. How do you spell the C?
It's just a C.
Just a C. All right.
Just a C.
Denise C. If that was you, Denise C., you have also won a $250 gift card to us.
Nice.
To us. And you can use that on anything. Anything. On an event, on a subscription, to Let's Create Together, Let's Stamp Together. Anything you want. On paper.
Lucky ladies.
Amazing. Congratulations, Barb and Denise. Yeah, I was supposed to do a giveaway a little bit ago, but
that's okay.
I got busy. So I have some notes. I'm trying to follow some notes. But that was kind of an amazing retrospective 20 years.
Absolutely.
Right?
Thank you for including me.
Well, you are so welcome. So now what I'd love to do is I'd love to bring in, well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You're amazing. Honestly, a rock in so many ways. And so generous with her time. Jen, you are amazing. And so gracious and always there with a kind word. Before every event, I will get a text. Before every trade show, I would get a text from Jen of just incredibly supportive, kind words. So thank you, Jen. Now, I'm going to put in my ear Yeah, I'm going to put in my ear. I'd love to welcome someone who's been a huge part of SCT's evolution kind of in the digital world and connection with our amazing community. Megan Andrew and I met, I think it was way back in 2012. We met at a trade show. Megan was, just new on the scenes, but gosh, her work was beautiful. Started to submit to us, worked with another magazine. So like Susan and Kathy, I just had to be patient, friends, and I can be patient. But Megan has been our social engagement coordinator for some time now and truly has brought so much to our online community. And again, like Jen, there's a left hand and there's a right hand. Jen and Megan both are amazing support systems. And I could not do the day-to-day of everything we do. I could not do without either one of them. But Megan, Kick curator. She's an all-around kind of creative powerhouse. Whether you give her a mini album, you give her cards, you give her layouts, you give her pocket pages. I mean, one of our biggest classes we've ever done, our Scrapbook 101 class. I mean, everybody raves about that class. And that was a year long, and Megan's heart and soul in that, a pocket page class that she did. Truly, truly incredible. So Megan, I would love to bring you in now. There you are. All right. I can't hear. All right. Say something, Meg. She's on mute. Okay. Oh. All right. I can kind of hear you very low.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Welcome.
Hello. I'm finally here.
I'm finally here. Finally here. And Megan also had one of those phone calls this week that was like, oh my God, Megan, help me do this. And so thank you, Megan, for doing that
You're
great
welcome.
video. Honestly,
You're so welcome.
it was amazing.
And thank you for the lovely introduction.
Well, truly,
So sweet.
you have carved such a place in SCT and in my heart. And like Jen and Kathy and Susan, the friendship that has come along with us working together. Again, it's like Jen, it's not a day if I don't speak to her, and it's not a day if I don't speak to you. Or
It's weird if we don't talk in a day.
Yeah,
Especially by noon. We text each other, are you alive? Are you okay?
are you buried? Or it's, did your trainer kill you today, Catherine, and you can't get up? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
amazing.
Like
You are amazing.
So
And so grateful in the role that you have played, sharing our message and building this amazing community, truly.
Yeah.
So.
It's been a pleasure. It's been, it's amazing. When you said you were patient, you really are. You're patient. And, just like I had to laugh when you and Jen were talking about knocking heads. I was like, oh, we're there too.
Yeah.
We're in a marriage too. But we always come around at the end, and it works out really well.
And for me, this whole business has been about collaboration. I don't think that I'm the smartest one and that can do all the things, or it has to be done my way. We come at it with difference of opinions, but what always comes out is something incredible. So
Absolutely.
Thank you for that.
Wholeheartedly. Yeah.
But you get some questions too.
Awesome. I'm on the hot seat now.
You're in the hot seat now. So
I'm the hot seat.
what do you think makes SCT community so special, and what keeps people coming back?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. It's our community. It's our community. You always joke that if you're not nice, you get kicked off the island.
You're off the
voted
island.
off, right? You're off the island.
Yes.
But we really have such a kind community of people here. And I think that if you're, a first timer coming into an event, or you're like an online event, a virtual event, you can feel that when you post in the message board and people say, hey, we're so glad you're here. I'm so glad you tried this event. It's going to be awesome. And people reach out to them if they need help. And then for our in-person attendees at a Crop and Create event, if they decide that they're going to go there by themselves, like I did in 2017, right?
Yep.
2017, 2016, you have a table full of people who are like your new best friends, you know? And that's what SCT is all about. It's about this amazing community. But I would also say that our standards are high. We have high standards.
Sorry. Not sorry.
You and I are like that. I think that's why we get along so well. but people see that when they get one of our kits, when they take our events with such amazing instructors, they see that they know that our quality is amazing and they're going to get something that's top notch from us. And so I'm really proud to be a part of that. I know sometimes I can be a pain in the butt when it comes to that, because if I see something wrong, I will not let it get published.
Dog with a bone. Yep.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah.
But always makes for something better, truly.
Absolutely.
How do you balance creative inspiration with the behind the scenes work running these dynamic kind of online spaces?
And dynamic is the right word, because I think, as Jen said, we have such a small team of people. We are all doing so much behind the scenes, whether, you know, for me, a lot of people don't know that I talk to our partners a lot. That's like my number one job, is like emails with partners about promotions, things outside of the magazine, then working with our team and things like that. So I'm on the computer probably 75% of the time doing those tasks. And the other 25% is the creative time, you know? And so I think for me, I have to have those, okay, I'm going to do the computer stuff for 4 hours and then I'm going to stop. And then I have to design a layout for LCT. Or if I don't, I'm going to be on that computer all day because there's so much to be done, right? But I think
you're good at balancing.
I always, yes, yeah. And I still get excited. I still get excited about the kits we curate or the exclusive one-day event kits that we design with Lisa Hetrick.
Yeah, one more die, Megan. Yeah, that's how you're going to be affectionately known forever and ever. One more die, Megan.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Yes, and I think our community is very much okay with that.
They're love me for it.
Yay, Megan! Lots of dies.
But that is a hard question, because I think just like everybody else in their daily life, you have to balance all the stuff you do on the computer or in your household or for other people with stopping and being creative. It's the same for me. I just get paid to do it, which is really nice.
And I pay on time.
You do a good job. When I send you an invoice, right?
And there's that. As we close this one chapter and we move into the next kind of era, what are you most excited about for SCT's future?
Oh, I am most excited about getting in touch with more people virtually and the ways that are improving every day that we can do that. Yeah. Right? In 2015, when I met you, did we think that we would be able to have, you know, this many people on a YouTube Live, or be able to have 3,000 people in a Crop and Create event when we were used to having 250 people in a ballroom, right? Yeah. So I think what excites me is like, it's only going to get better from here to reach people. It's only going to get easier. And the other thing I would say on that one is I, as you know, Catherine, get really excited about the next generation of crafters. And I am dedicating myself, because I want to stay in this business until I retire. And I have quite a few more years to go. I am dedicated to getting the next generation of crafters kind of coming up while I'm still here, so that this industry can just keep going.
And you've been really amazing at diversity and making sure that we see people and you look for those people. And that's been it's not always easy, but I know it's been such an important element to you since you've come on board. And I appreciate that very
It is.
much. Because
I think it's so hard to break through in the industry, and sometimes you just need a person to help you, to help show you, to mentor you, and I definitely think there are so many talented creatives. Some of them that are on our creative team right now that are just outstanding, and they just need more eyes on them. So please go follow everyone on our creative team.
They are truly amazing. If you could dream up a new SCT project or experience for the future, what would it be? What is your next idea?
You'll just make me put it into fruition. So I'm a little bit afraid.
Don't be afraid, Megan.
I know. If I could do anything, you and I love to travel. And I know this is a tough one for you, but you and I love to travel, and we're both. No, not I don't know. I would do a travel crafting thing, like something where we go somewhere amazing, like Paris or Greece or
Tuscany.
And do, yeah.
Okay.
Food,
all right,
crafting, and travel. That would be that's a big cloud.
Yes, because traveling with Megan is always so amazing. Because I know I'm going to eat amazing. So Megan finds the nuggets. And every city we visit, amazing.
Yes.
Will the
Justin
past
said Disneyland.
issues?
I'm
just reading a question. Will the past issues of magazines still be available on the website? Absolutely. We'll keep all 76 issues up always.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, hey, if you're in for a traveling trip, friends, might happen. It will never happen in a cruise. Not ever.
No, we don't.
I'm going to leave all the cruising to Vicky Booten. So you all go on Vicky's cruises because she does amazing ones, but not going to be with this girl. Yeah. What would you say to our audience about staying connected and creative as we take this next step?
We are still going to be very social. We're still going to be in your feeds, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Facebook, on Instagram, and we're still going to be creating videos on YouTube. So please follow us everywhere. And I know that a lot of our community really is on Facebook a lot, but Instagram is such a great place for us too, to just see those pretty, beautiful images of things. And so, if you're not following us on Instagram, please do that. And just follow our YouTube channel, because
there's more coming.
We just released 10 amazing videos from our issue. And we would love for all of you to go and watch them. Even if you're a card maker and there's a scrapbooking video, I'm just going to tell you right now, I used card making dies, like alphabet dies, on my layout. So you might be inspired. So,
absolutely.
Go and check out us everywhere on social.
I love it, Meg. And I'm excited to take this next step. I feel like over the last, certainly since COVID started, we have embraced, I always say it at every event, I never thought you could get to know and feel people through a camera. And I'm quite amazed at the friendships that have developed. Certainly we had them at our in-person events, and so many of those people have been with us for years and years.
So many years, yeah.
But I think online we have those relationships and connections are there, and I love it.
Yeah. It's an amazing place to be here, to be a part of this. So thank you, Catherine.
And much our communities, our partners, who will continue to be amazing partners to all that we do, and who have been nothing but so supportive in this move forward. So I am excited. You've played a huge role in sharing this message, and thank you. Thanks for all you do. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't try to make me cry. Don't try to make me cry.
You and I are not necessarily criers. We're not.
No, we're not criers. But I'm going to try to make you cry.
You are?
I'm going to try. I am. No. I have a little surprise for you. You just brought up our partners. And
did I segue into something that I had no idea?
It absolutely did. And I'm emailing with our partners every day of the week. And so I might have sent out a little email asking for messages for you.
You did not.
I did. So Douglas, if you could play the little surprise for Catherine, I would appreciate it.
No, I've been cropped.
Hi, Catherine. Congratulations on 20 incredible years at Scrapbook and Cards Today Magazine. As you wrap up your final issue, I just want to say thank you so much for how you've inspired card makers, paper crafters, and scrapbookers worldwide. You put 100% of your heart into every single thing that you do, and you've created an amazing community. I'm honored to be a small piece of that. I love you, my friend.
Congrats on 20 years!
Congrats on 20 years!
Congrats on 20 years! Congrats on 20 years! Congrats on 20 years!
Catherine, Scrapbook and Cards Today, congrats on 20 years.
Thank you, Scrapbook and Cards, for 20 years of inspiration and friendship.
Hi, Catherine. Simple Stories just wants to thank you so much for 20 awesome years. You have been amazing. We love your magazine. We love every contribution that you've made to the industry, and thank you so much. And we wish you so much success in the future. Congratulations.
Thank you.
For the success of 20 years of Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine, we at Echo Park would like to say, congratulations, Catherine!
Congratulations on the success of Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine from all of us here at Lawn Fawn.
Catherine, congratulations. We're so inspired by all that you've built.
Wishing you the best for what's next to come.
Cheers to you!
To Catherine and the whole Scrapbook and Cards Today team, congratulations on an amazing 20 years of a beautiful printed magazine inspiring all of us. It was an honor to be part of that magazine in those printed pages, and I cannot wait to see what wicked fun adventures you guys have in store for the coming years.
Hi, Catherine. Congratulations on the amazing success of Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. Your support for this industry has been truly wonderful. A huge thank you to everyone on your team for such dedication, and we look forward to working with you more in the upcoming months.
Catherine, my friend, congratulations and so much success with your magazine. I can't wait to see what you have in store for us next.
Hi, this is Michelle from Pink and Maine, and all of us here want to congratulate you, Catherine, and your team on 20 wonderful and awesome years of not only creating a beautiful magazine, but also an inspired and inspiring community of creatives that come together and love to share the joy of crafting and paper crafting. So congratulations to you, and here's to a beautiful future, my friend.
Hi, Catherine. On behalf of all of us here at Pinkfish Studio, congratulations on 20 amazing years. Thank you for inspiring and uplifting this creative community. We are grateful to have been part of your incredible journey, and we can't wait to see what you have in store for us. Wishing you all the best.
Hi, Margie Higuchi here, and on behalf of Scrapbook Adhesives, we'd like to thank Catherine, Susan, Kathy, Megan, Jen, Jack, and the fabulous design team who make this publication possible. Just got mine today, I'm excited. We know in your next chapter that you'll be doing some exciting things, and we are excited to be sticking with you. So congratulations.
Oh my goodness, congratulations on 20 fabulous years of SCT Magazine.
Scrapbook.com is so grateful to have partnered with you, Catherine, and the entire SCT team.
Yes, woo! Congrats!
Catherine, congrats on 20 amazing years of the SCT magazine. Although the magazine's coming to an end, I can't wait to see the amazing things you continue to do in the coming years. Thanks for always bringing companies together, having that amazing community, and provide such great inspiration to crafters.
Catherine, 20 years, pretty amazing. From everybody at the Stamps of Life and even Honey Bear, congratulations. You know what? Not very many people can say 20 years in this industry. You did it.
Wow, Catherine, 20 years, what an amazing accomplishment. We are so grateful at Tailored Expressions to have been part of Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine, and even more excited about continuing to be part of the amazing crafty community that you have built. Congratulations, friend.
Hi, Catherine. On behalf of all of us at Trinity Stamps, we wanted to say a huge congratulations on 20 amazing years. We can't wait to see what you do next. Here's to your next adventure.
Hello, Catherine and team. It is Christopher Allen from Brutus Monroe, and myself and my team would like to congratulate you on an incredible 20-year run of the Scrapbook and Cards Today printed magazine. We are so excited to work with you in the future on all of the exciting new projects coming up, and we are so proud to be a part of the SCT family.
Friends, we're gathered here today to mourn the loss of Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine.
You know, they said she could never pull it off. They said she could never do it, and she did. 20 years out, she had a good run.
20 years. Wow. Erin, do you have anything to say? Can't. Let's just move on to the memorial part of our program. Did everyone bring their memorials?
We did.
Okay, thank you. So much inspiration, summer, spring issue. All the inspiration. So beautiful. It was a good run.
Before we go, we have one final thing to say.
Congratulations, Catherine! Now we know this isn't really the end. It's just the beginning of a new chapter, and we're so excited for you.
I have no words. I have no words. Just gonna give me a minute. So I was near tears, and then my spellbinder's friend. You know how to make it happen. That was amazing. All of those. Thank you to all of my friends in the industry that took the time to create that. And Megan, I'm so gonna kill you. That's the
I know,
best.
right?
That's the best. So, all right. Am I putting Megan back in my ear? All right. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Megan back in my ear for a minute. All right. Let's see if I can hear her. All right. Yep. You got to get there. Megan.
Oh, I lost. Oh, there
That
you
was-
are. Okay.
That was awesome. Thank you,
Right.
friend.
They did a great
Through it
job.
all, the tears were coming, but then Spellbind, they are
right.
They take any theme and they run. They run with the theme. They're the best. So
I did ask them for costumes though, because I know that they have like a closet full there. So I said, "Can you please do something with costumes?"
Yes,
I know
Gina,
them.
my sweet friend Megan is so sneaky. That was. She's trying to make me cry. She tried hard.
I texted Gina. I said, "You know, I had to put you first," and yeah,
well,
it was the best. It was
yes,
it was
Gina
great
has
putting it
been
together.
an incredible support to our business. Absolutely. So many of those companies, Margie. I mean, so
Yes.
good, so good.
They're sticking with us. I loved that one.
I love that one. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you.
So good.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
friends.
You're welcome. Yes, love you.
All right, love
Thank
you.
I'll be here with you too.
Okay, thank you. You'll stick
Bye,
with me.
guys. Yep, I'm here. Right or left hand? I don't know.
All right. All right. Well, so now let's talk about what's ahead. You know, the printed magazine, that's just one part of the business, my friends. And if you found us through the magazine and you have found your way, I kind of also took something off our website. 68 SCT delivered kits, 73 SCT samplers. Maybe you found us through that. 36 Let's Stamp Togethers, 8 Let's Create Together, 26 online classes, 55 in-person Crop and Creates, 25 Crop and Create delivered virtual events, and I tried to count up how many. It's in the tens of thousands. 36 CHA shows over the years, 683 YouTube videos, almost 6,000 Instagram posts, and 61 different Facebook groups. Friends, we have met somewhere along the way. And whether you were at the beginning of our journey, the middle of our journey, or here, it's not the end. It's not the end. So we're going to continue, as I draw this night to a close, friends. Crop and Create will continue. We will host an in-person event next November with 350 available, that we would love to join us. Let's Stamp Together is going monthly. Let's Create. You might even see a sampler come back next year. Super exciting. But we'll continue to grow, friends. We will continue more online classes, more community engagement, because, we'll still be bringing you amazing virtual in-person events, curated kits, social gatherings. Because the social part of it has been so I wear a circle, and I've worn this diamond circle for, I'm sure about 18 years. And for me, our role here has always been about bringing together the retailer with the manufacturer, with our reader and community and us. Think about 4 parts, and of course all the designers, I lump in there with us, because our designers, the designers we have worked with from the very beginning to somewhere along the way, some have left the industry, but each person that has worked at SCT has brought something incredibly valuable to us. And so it's not just me. It is a village who has brought this together. So we are going to keep connected, and we're excited about the future because it allows us to focus even more on bringing you hands-on experiences. Because so much of our industry, yes, the magazine was pretty and it was wonderful to look through, but I wanted more ways to show you how, and to bring you together. The world it's been complicated, right? And so I think we have found beautiful communities. Some of our groups, they touch my heart all the time. Our last event, we had 19 gift cards donated to give away in the community from other community members. And this is what happens. We had 2 women offer buy extra boxes. Kelly Sal, now I'm calling you out right now, to gift to another attendee. And that is the community of people. That is what our designers bring their community to us. And it just is evolving into this really incredible community. So wherever we see you, if it's a one-day event, it's a longer event, it's a Let's Create together, a Let's Stamp together. Anytime we're together and we're chatting in one of these chats, we are friends. And this is why I start so many of my emails with hello friends, because I truly believe that we are friends. And that so many of you I would love to just sit and have a coffee with, probably all of you. And my friends know if I ever invite you to dinner, you can be sure that there's going to be someone else here for dinner, because I am the more the merrier girl. And Michelle, thank you. I'm excited to see where this future is going. Have we mapped it all out? Heck no, because I always want to leave places for more. So tonight was about celebrating this 20-year chapter in publishing, but it's also about celebrating what's coming next. And for that, I'm super excited. So what's a celebration without one more giveaway, Douglas? Let's do one more. Pick a name, any name.
Sarah Novak.
Sarah Novak. All right. So to our winners, I will reach out to you because I'm pretty sure I know who you are. And I will reach out to you. And again, another $250 SCT gift card. We wanted you to be able, with these prizes, yes, we could have collected a lot of prizes from our partners. A little difficult to be shipping all of that right now, but I wanted, another reason for you to come back to us as well. So, and I'm going to do one more giveaway, but we're not going to pick a name. We're actually going to, and I'm going to put it for anyone who, if you're watching on replay, okay, for those watching on replay, another giveaway by leaving a comment. And even if you're in here, that's fine. You can do that. You can leave a comment in the comment section, not here in the chat, but leave it below in the actual YouTube video. And then next Friday night, I'm going to choose another person to win a $250 gift card from the comments, because I know some of you are out tonight and you're watching on replay, and for that, I appreciate it, because we're about half an hour longer than I thought we were going to be, but if you know me, you're not surprised. So I want to do a few thank yous again to all those that joined me tonight. my dream team, truly my dream team, to all of the designers from beginning to the end that have worked on this magazine. Again, as I just said, you brought something very special. To our industry partners who believed in me and believed in the vision that I had and believed that community is above all else with me, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my behind the scenes team, Lisa Hetrick, to Douglas, to, a few great friends who are my sounding boards, Sue Moody, Orly, Di Harder. There's so many of you I could call out that have just been, you check in on me, Barb Wong, you check in when things are busy honestly, I could do this all night. To my family from the very beginning, to my son who stuffed many envelopes way back when, and my daughter who put labels when we only had 100 subscribers, to all the trips to Buffalo we took because it was cheaper for us to do a day trip to Buffalo to mail it all than it was to, mail it from here. My family, I have missed things that they've done, but always they have been a pillar of support, and I am the greatest to my husband. 40 years we've been together, 33 married, and I said to him one night, I have an idea. And I have said to him since that night in 2005, I have an idea. And sometimes it's at 3 a.m, and he says, can we talk about it during business hours over breakfast? But he has been my rock in everything we do. He has, in everything that SCT is, he's been behind it all. So it truly is an incredible community. Janet, he's actually downstairs watching this for sure. He's a little camera shy, great behind the camera, as we know. He loves that. But thank you all for being here tonight, for sticking with me to the end. Congrats to our winners, and thanks to all of you. And wherever you're watching from tonight, I want you to grab either a drink, and I promise you, this is ginger ale, good Canadian, Canada Dry ginger ale. But I thought, you know what, it looks celebratory. So I would love you to raise a crafting tool. I would love you to raise your glass. Thank you. Oh, I get confetti. I love it. Confetti and firework confetti. But cheers to all of you, to my whole team, and here's to what's next, because I promise you, sweet friends, it is going to be rich. It's going to just be rich in love, rich in community, and we are going to, we're just going to keep this fun rolling. So thank you for coming and watching as I went through this final gorgeous issue, and I wish everybody a wonderful good night until I see you again.